Lincoln Mitchell, Green Bulls, Red Bears. Let's get into it. I feel a lot better now. Um, let's talk about this trade right here. In the last, it's almost 12 o'clock, 12 midnight. From 10 to 12, we got in this trade 3 times, back to back. All of them were profitable. In, out, in, out, in, out. This one I should have waited. I could have got a lot more out of this one, and I should have got a lot more out of this one. But I got out on profit on both of them. This one was a good exit. I got out almost perfect. But the good thing about this is versus Forex versus options. One thing about options, this is really hard to do. I mean, to be able to keep getting in and out of trades like that, back to back in options, because in options, it depends on how far you in or out the money. So, for instance, we're going to use this line. I'm gonna put a line right there, and let's paint this line. Let's paint the green. My favorite color, green. Okay, in options, here's the problem that I didn't like about options. See, at Forex, you make the same money regardless of how much money you put into it. Okay, let me explain it to you. If you put $100 on it, all you need is to cover that pip spread to be able to make your money. So I'm gonna put another line. I'm gonna see if I can break this down to you really, really good. Okay, let's paint this one yellow. Okay, like this. In options, if you put up 5 contracts, you might have to get here to make your money. Do you see what I'm saying? So if you only run 5 contracts and you enter a trade right here in options, you might have to get here to make some money. Then in options, if you put up 10 contracts, you might have to get here to make some money. So the more the contracts you put up, the shorter you break your profit line. Do you see what I'm saying? Now, Forex, for instance, it doesn't matter what you put up. You could put up $10,000. You could put up 1 penny. Your profit line will always be the same. Your profit line is going to be whatever the spread is. So, where's my spread thing? I don't know where I put it at. Might be on the other screen. Let me slide it over. All right. Your profit line will always be 1.3 pips or 1.4 pips. That's what your profit line will always be. Versus option, your profit line could be different, depends on how many contracts you run. Another bad thing I didn't like with options, you see this green line I put in here? Every time this goes back to this line, in Forex, the price is still going to be the same. The pip spread may change, but the price will still be the same. So let's say, for instance, I got in this trade right here, right? I got into this right here at this this line, bam, and I got out right there. This one, just like this trade is, right? So let's say, for instance, I stayed in this one. Now we're going to scratch these. Let's say, for instance, this trade went way back against me right here. Then it came back to this green line. When it come back to that green line, if I'm still in that trade, that money is still going to be the same. So I got in this one and I made like a pip, something like that. So I got here, and let's say, for instance, I'm running $10 a pip. So once I got in here and I got a profit, that's $10. So it went against me. When it came back to this green line, I'm at $10 again. Then if it go back against me and it come back, I'm still at $10. If it goes forward, I'm at $30, $40, $50. Then it come back, I'm at $10. Now, in options, that's not what it is. In options, once you go in here and you hit $10, then this thing goes back and it comes back. Now this might be $9. Now if it goes back and you come back to it, it might be $6. And it definitely depends on how far you in or out the money. Yes, that's going up. That's, man, I'm talking to y'all. That should get down here. That should get to right there. But let me forget about that right now. It's kind of hard to forget about it. But in options, once, and if you're way out of the money, if this thing comes back down and it's $10 and then come back later, you might be at $4, especially if it's a day of expiration. So you got to be very wary of. That's the one of the difference. One of the major difference why I came back to Forex versus options. What I have to adjust to is the volatility. Forex moves. This thing moves. It's really never a dull moment. I think only dull moments around like uh 8 o'clock US Eastern time, versus options, you'll have a lot more dull moments. It's like watching the grass grow. Forex, you get this thing sometimes at 3 a.m. in the morning. This thing moves. It 8 between, especially around 9:30 to about 10:30, and between 8:30 a.m. Eastern time, this thing will fly. That's one good thing about Forex versus options. Again, another good thing about Forex, if I go into a trade, I can sit on that trade as long as I want to. If I could go into a trade for a penny, I could go into a trade for a penny, 10 cent. I could go into a trade for $4. I could go into it. It doesn't matter. I got to worry about these available units too sometimes. You know what I'm saying? But the more to the story is, I can almost get into any trade. That's the good thing. And I don't have to worry about getting filled too. In options, I got burnt a lot trying to get in and out of trades, and it's not getting filled. I got burned a lot. Versus Forex, once you click this button, bam, buy, sell, it don't matter. You in it. It doesn't matter. Now, now here's the pros about options. And people always say this about Forex, and I really don't know why they say this. Is they say you can lose your whole account. Well, dummy, that's why you use a stop loss. That's why put it back like I do. Put it 50 pips. If you want to buy it, put it 50 pips, so you got time to let your trade work in your favor. Now if you're not running a stop loss, of course you're gonna lose. You can lose an awful lot in your account. I have, so of course, uh, another thing. Now, one of the benefits about options is you can make money sideways. Yeah. You can actually make, excuse me, I've been up really early. You can make money sideways. Bam, 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 bam. And then you can also, if you know how to do this, strangles and straddles and iron condors and stuff like that. There's different methods. You can do vertical spreads and stuff like that. Those things are good. But the bad thing, a lot of people don't tell you, if you miss one of them things, man, you lose a lot. So for me, I think Forex is better than options because I can make money off a short burst, long as it covers my pip spread. Long as it covers that spread right there, I can make me some money. But I mean, that's my opinion. By all means, you could put something in a comment below. The difference, what you think the difference is. And hey, I mean, I'm not knocking, I'm not dissing, saying nothing bad about options because I like options. I think options is a good thing, but for me, I favor Forex more than I favor options. That's just me. This is Lincoln Mitchell, Green Bulls, Red Bears, signing off. Hot Atlanta, love Atlanta.